Okay, so you're here because you want to get smart, fast on something new.
Right.
Forget wading through tons of text.
Yeah, we do the heavy lifting.
Exactly. We grab the core stuff, unpack it, so you actually get what's important. Today, we're diving deep into the Tools Titans trading card game, TNT. We've got this gameplay positioning sheet. Sounds official. It's meant for like publishers, partners.
The inside baseball stuff.
Yeah. So our job is to cut through that, figure out what the actual core ideas are. What's the hype about?
Basically, yeah. In a world full of TCGs, what makes this one potentially special? This sheet should give us the blueprint. Let's break it down.
All right. First up, core identity. They call it a narrative-driven myth tech strategy card game. Myth tech. That's kind of cool.
It is, isn't it? That blend.
And it mixes tactical zone interaction, deck synergy, and divine progression. That's a mouthful. What does that really mean?
Oh, well, the myth tech thing seems deliberate. Not just picking one lane, you know?
Yeah.
Fantasy and sci-fi. And divine progression. Maybe. Like a longer game goal. Something beyond just winning the turn-by-turn fight.
Interesting. Okay, how does it play? The sheet lists 5 core gameplay pillars. Pillar 1. Zone-based play. 5 tactical zones plus Titan and task zones.
Yeah, so it sounds like card placement is a big deal, like a mini board almost.
So where you put stuff matters strategically.
Precisely. These zones probably affect card interactions, give you ways to outmaneuver your opponent, adds a spatial thing you don't always see.
Okay, Pillar 2, card-driven resource. It says charge tokens are card-based, not counters. That feels different. Most games have like mana you track, right?
Yeah, this is a potential biggie. Instead of resources just ticking up, your ability to play stuff is tied directly to other cards.
Oh, okay.
So you get these interesting choices, right? Play this card now for its effect, or hold on to it because you need it as a resource later.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Third pillar, asymmetric deck identity. Titan defines win, path, and synergy. So choosing your Titan really changes the game.
Totally. It's not just artwork. Your Titan is like the core of your whole strategy.
Right.
It sets how you try to win and how your cards actually work together. This is super important. Means decks should feel really different depending on the Titan.
So it avoids that problem where everyone ends up playing the same kind of deck.
Hopefully, yeah. Each Titan is like a different puzzle.
Yeah.
Keeps the meta fresh, theoretically.
Okay, number 4. Task and Ascension system says progression through divine tasking. Sounds like in-game quests.
Kind of, yeah. Like mini objectives you're working towards during the match. Could be another way to win entirely, or maybe just a way to power up your Titan or your board as the game goes on. Adds another strategic layer.
Right, more decisions. And the last pillar, scalable complexity. Entry-level friendly, tournament ready. Yeah. Always a tricky balance. How do they manage that?
Well, the goal is, the basic rules are simple enough for anyone to pick up. But the way the Titans, cards, and zones all interact, that's where the depth for tournaments and experienced players comes in.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, this sheet mentions something interesting about set up the Forgegate Protocol, innovations.
Yeah, this bit seems focused on fixing common TCG frustrations.
Like what? It says, no hand validation, divine draw, and a +1 draw fallback instead of mulligans.
Exactly. Sounds very player-friendly. No awkward hand checking. The divine draw seems like a check for resources before you draw your hand.
Oh, interesting.
And the +1 draw fallback, that sounds like a built-in way to fix a truly bad starting hand without the whole mulligan penalty. Smooths out those non-games.
Yeah, nobody likes those. And it also mentions optional starter schematics for advanced players.
Right, so experienced players can maybe customize their early game strategy even more right from the start. Add some deeper choices immediately.
Okay, so how does TNT see itself fitting in? It compares itself, strikes a midpoint between Magic, Strategic Flow, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tempo, and Pokemon resource systems.
That's a useful shorthand, gives you a frame of reference. They're saying we learned from the greats. But then they highlight their own twists. That 7-card draw plus the divine draw, the no mulligan fallback system.
Right, the card-driven charge resource we talked about.
Exactly, and having multiple ways to win Ascension, knocking out the Titan, or the Shrine Control, that points towards real strategic variety.
So pulling it together, what's the value proposition here for players, for maybe publishers? The sheet talks about design elegance, tournament readiness.
Well, design elegance, the frictionless start, the tight systems, that's good for players, right? Easier to get into, less frustrating. Tournament readiness means it's built for competition. Clear rules, scalable mechanics, and then expansion hooks. Things like PvE, co-op, relics, dungeons.
So potential for future content beyond just more cards, like different ways to play.
Exactly. Suggests longevity, replayability, keeps people engaged longer term.
So to sum up this deep dive, Tools Titans TCG is trying to carve out its niche.
Right.
It's got this myth tech vibe, zone strategy, unique resource, and set of ideas.
Yeah, and multiple win conditions. They're clearly aiming for something accessible but also deep, with a real focus on making that initial player experience smooth.
Feels like we've got a pretty solid handle on the core concepts now, even from just this sheet.
Definitely gives you the key talking points.
So thinking about all that, the narrative, the zones, the resource system, the smoother start, what part of Tools and Titans sounds most intriguing to you listening? Definitely something to chew on there.